Hello again, and welcome to my creative African cooking channel, Ndudu by Fafa. Miawe Zulu, Ndudu by Fafa, Nya, Koba Ndudu, and Yukwelu, Fafa. Come on, Ndudu, and Fafa. I love the flavors, Ulama, Bala, Ndudu, Vivinto, Famitu, hey, Thank you again, gorgeous folks, for tuning in for another episode with Fafa. Yes, we're continuing the Waakye Stew series as to how many dishes one can make out of the stew. Then again, with most West African dishes, it starts with a stew, and the stew has to be flavor packed. Now, I will leave a link in the description box below, and also I'll pin it at the top. Yes, exactly. So you can watch how to make your stew, and it can last you for at least about 2 to 3 weeks, provided you reserve it in an airtight container. Yes. So moving on, the first dish I made was the garden egg stew, and I need to include something. What I did, which I missed in that previous video, was the inclusion of fish sauce, which has the same umami flavor as dawa dawa. So if you've got dawa dawa powder, you can add that to it. Or if you've got the salted fish, which is Kobe, you can add a little bit to it. The dishes are budget sensitive, so of course we sort of emulate in the flavor. So if you're in Ghana, you can get the original items. But of course, if you're in the diaspora as well, you can use fish sauce, which would give you the same flavor. So now let's turn this garden egg stew into a garden egg and okra stew. But you can have it as 2 separate items, or you can mix it together. If this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button whilst you're here, and the notification button, which means each time that I do upload a video, you are notified of it. And my notification gang, I love you guys. Bella, yes, I see you. Thank you for commenting all the time. Salamatu, yes, thank you as well for your comments. They're absolutely encouraging. Patience, Cynthia, I appreciate each and every one of you. And as time goes on, I'll be mentioning you guys your names because you're making the channel so interesting and I love it. Anyway, so with my previous video, I did make the garden egg stew. And of course, the water that I used in boiling the garden eggs, I've reserved it. And now I'm going to be making my okra stew, or may I say, super healthy, super easy as well. So you're back from work or you're still at home, you want a quick lunch, something healthy. Now, if you remember, I did have the smoked haddock, which I used half in making the garden egg stew in my previous video. The remaining half is what's going in here. So you've got the garden egg water, and now I've added the smoked haddock, and now I'm adding some thinly sliced onions. So we're building upon the flavors. This is such a simple and easy dish to make. Now, in terms of the onions, you can use any onions that you have available. As you can tell here, I've got the white ones and I've got the pink ones or red ones, may I say, or purple ones, whatever the color is, just use it, that's fine. And to that, I'm adding my chilies as well. So this is like red, gold, green color, koso. Now this I've placed on that medium to low heat because I just need that indirect heat. Everything here doesn't take too long to cook. You don't want to overcook it. You want to maintain and retain all the nutrients in the dish. Exactly. So here I'm just going to allow this to simmer just for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then the next thing is my okra. So I got my baby okra, frozen ones from Sainsbury's. And I think a pack is just about £1 or so. Yeah, I stand corrected if you do know the price. But it comes in handy because I have it in the freezer and it's a matter of me taking it out, as you can tell, and just thinly chopping it. So you're back from work, you take it out of the freezer, you just rinse it in the cold water for about 30 seconds, even if that. And that just makes it easier for you to just chop it, as you can tell. So now bish bash bosh, let's move to the next step. Ndudu by Fafa, Koba Ndudu and Yukwelu, Fafa. Come on, Ndudu and Fafa. I love the flavors, Ulama, Bala, Ndudu, Vivinto, Famitu, hey, So at this point, we've only got 5 minutes of cooking time left, and this dish is going to be ready. Now I'm just adding a little bit of water. Now I have omitted salt from this recipe is because what I'll be pairing it with already has salt. But you can add salt if you want to enjoy this on its own. So here I've added, of course, my water, and to that I've also added my bicarbonate soda, and that will just activate that mucilaginous nature or that draw nature of the okra. Now you can omit that altogether if you don't want that, but yes, it is something that works. And you know, one thing about the frozen okra is because they're baby okras, they're tender and absolutely beautiful, and they're frozen immediately they're picked. So yes, that's why you can see that it's lovely and green and just beautiful. And I've just mixed everything together, and I think this just looks good. So you see how easy it is. You've got your garden egg stew. Yes, absolutely. Now bear in mind, when it comes to the fish, you can use your smoked mackerel, tuna, whatever you have available, because this is a budget sensitive recipe. And of course I used that one smoked haddock in making 2 dishes. Yes, and as I mentioned in my previous video, you know, grab your tea bread and actually just stuff it with that garden egg stew as well, and add some halloumi if that's what you have, or wagashi, and you've got a beautiful sandwich. I think I'd have to emulate that. Yes, I would actually make something like that, absolutely. So yeah, this is done, and I think I'm ready to serve. The beauty about this is, as I said, you can serve it separately or you can serve it together. The choice is yours because the flavor is packed. So of course, when somebody tells you how healthy is our dish, yes, we've got really tasty healthy dishes. You've got the okra, you've got the garden eggs. What else do you want? Now please, if you do like this video, please don't forget to click the like button and also leave your comments below. I appreciate it a lot. Absolutely. And as I mentioned, you can serve this separately or you mix it together. And here you've got your dish. So there are 2 dishes here in one. And of course, all from that Waakye stew. You know what I mean? Yeah, naturally I'd leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog Ndudu by Fafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter as Ndudu by Fafa, so pass by and say hi. Noel, thank you very much for my theme song, and until my next video with you guys, please take very good care of yourself, boost your immune system. I hope this recipe inspires you. Do share with your family and friends, absolutely. And guess what? Me love you for you. Thank you for watching. The next recipe is gonna be incredible, Ankasa, even if I say so. Akbalo, akbaba de mi video akbalo. Mana hear me say.